On today's episode of Anime Afterthought, ReZero, Season 2, Episode 15, Otto, Suwen, A Reason to Believe. There are just certain milestones in a series that you know eventually are going to happen, and when they finally do, it's truly a monumental occasion. ReZero established Subaru's constantly dying love for Amelia in Episode 1. Amelia was the girl of his dreams, and he is willing to do anything, including dying over and over again for her. Of course, there's been some hurdles along the way, including a blue-haired maid. Yes, here's looking at you, Rem. And who could forget the witch who quite literally has a grasp on his heart? But in the end, this is their story. And not only do we get a true blue confession, but it culminates in a kiss. You know, one where both parties are alive to enjoy it and are not insane. Honestly, this has been such a long time coming, and I absolutely loved how they animated their kiss. But not only that, they built it up. The entire conversation between Amelia and Subaru was like an emotional escalation. Like, it was a springboard back and forth, revealing their truest emotions. We know up to this point Amelia is fragile, and this was before Puck broke their contract and a flood of previously unknown memories began flooding her. So when she awoke the next day seeing that Subaru also abandoned her, it seems a passive-aggressive escape was the only maneuver she can think of. What I originally thought was just her trying to escape the current situation, her words paint a different picture. She's in turn replicating what was actually done to her, making others worry, abandoning her promise, a completely selfish move. Does it sound familiar? She questions why Subaru isn't mad, a reflection how she truly feels, upset and angered by everyone she loves leaving her, completely oblivious to the reason why. Why aren't you mad at me? I'm mad at you. It just doesn't make sense. Is it because you had no expectations from a useless person like me? What makes you believe in me so much? Well, that's simple, silly, because he loves you. He's head over heels in love with you. Everything about you, including your imperfections. I don't love you because I believe in you. I believe in you because I love you. That's how I'm able to endure everything that I've been through up to this point. Literally just talking to you is physically exhausting. Referring to the damage being inflicted upon him by the graveyard now that he no longer has the qualification to take the trials. Emotionally dense or in denial, Amelia can't fathom his motivations. Why? I didn't ask you to do all this. I hate it. I hate seeing you in pain. Do you still have to question why? It's because he fucking loves you. And no matter what happens, he will always love you. This sentiment allows Amelia to unburden herself once again. These new memories, this trial, what happens if the Amelia you love is not the true Amelia? What happens if I change? Unable to believe in Subaru's words, his convictions fall on deaf ears. Actions speak louder than words. Embracing Amelia, it's now or never. The culmination of 40 episodes, 5 years in the making. We finally get true love's first kiss, and boy is it spectacular. This is all the proof we need. The love between them is real. But will it be enough? There are bound to be hardships going forward, but I will gladly walk beside you. As a very smart lady once said, it's not how your journey starts, but how it ends. And if Subaru's proven one thing, he's willing to do anything. And I absolutely love the depiction of this conversation. The developing emotions are literally reflected in their eyes. As we see throughout the entire conversation, a reflection of Amelia can be seen in Subaru's eyes. And it wasn't until the very end, when it seems Subaru has finally got his point across, adamant on her finding her one precious feeling, even if it's not him, do we see his image reflected in hers. A super artistic way to suggest that maybe this relationship is no longer one-sided. Oof, I am both emotionally and physically drained, much like Subaru, of course, only to find out while taking a little respite outside of the graveyard, he is once again confronted by Garfield, who's looking a little worse for wear. Why do I get the feeling that Subaru's not gonna be able to talk his way out of this one? I got an idea. Tell him that you love him and then kiss him. See if that fucking works. No, but honestly, I was so impressed and enamored with the first half of this episode. We're finally getting information on Best Boy Otto. I'm like 99% sure he's come out to say his power, but it actually goes further into his history. His ability to talk to animals is actually that of a divine protection, the soul of the language. And as we can see, growing up, it was just as much as a curse as it was a gift. As we can see the young Otto almost catatonic, unable to comprehend the constant influx of information. Everyone, everything is now communicating with him. No wonder it looks like this boy's gone crazy. Seemingly unable to communicate through speech, it wasn't until his brother had a big brain idea. Why not write down what the fuck's going on? And that's when they learned what was actually happening to him. An emotionally devastating and quite life-altering impact on the entire family. As we see it in Otto's words, every time he has cried signified a rebirth. So after what I assumed was years of honing his ability, it's all the more sad to see that this gift is actually causing him a hell of a lot of trouble. So much so he actually gained the ire of the most powerful person in town, slut daughter, causing him to be exiled, thus starting his life as a merchant. And through hard work and dedication, it looks like he is finally making a name for himself. And that is when he comes face to face with Betelgeuse and the witch's cult, but then would eventually be saved by Subaru. Talk about a blessing gone wrong, but I absolutely love going from Zutterbug freak to hero. And I gotta say, he is fucking heroic. He's given the task of buying time for Subaru. Garfield has made his motivations known. His allegiance with Shima says everything. He does not want the sanctuary free. So Otto being tasked to stop him, or at least slow him down, this is a ride or die homie. I swear to God, this is best boy material right here. This is a different Otto that we literally saw torn in half a couple episodes ago. The confidence and determination are plastered on his face, fueled by how Subaru's life resonates with his own, and with his divine protection as his trump card, and with the certain pink hair maid backing him up, Otto accomplished his mission. I absolutely am so impressed that he was able to take on that mammoth of a man tiger. But yeah, to follow up that entire sequence of events with something we've been waiting for so fucking long, it really does cast a giant fucking shadow. But you gotta give credit where credit is due. Everyone is manning up this episode, or womaning up. I mean, Ram, she womaned up. Amelia, she's womaning up. I think she's becoming a more independent and emotionally honest person. You know, the thing I believe is the main goal behind both Puck and Subaru's abandonment, something that he still wasn't able to elaborate on. But yeah, Subaru and Otto, what a winning fucking team. Where do we go from here? I don't know. Subaru is face to face with Garfield, his second biggest obstacle in freeing the sanctuary. But once again, I think it's gonna come down to actions over words. I don't see this ending with a conversation. I think it's gonna get more bloody than it already is. But boy, is it gonna be fun to watch. Cause I mean, we already know the winner, right? Subaru kissed Amelia. Return by death is no longer an option. Anyways, with all that being said and more ReZero next week, I honestly cannot wait for future episodes.